like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules. My life destroyed, life destroyed. Until I walk awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. How much can I take? My mind will break. Will it break? Can I take? Can I be your superhero? Fly away. It's the first time of today. Today. To dream, believe. You are the strength, you're all I need. Need. Oh, gonna give it a shot. Only one of me to shield you all from the enemy. You're a superhero. You're a superhero.
Yes, you're very quite tough, always having bad luck. You think you're going crazy. Look up, there's a new.
What is up, everybody? How are we doing tonight? I'm doing great. I'm talking to myself. It's only me here, by the way. Well, not only me. We got producers in the back, but it's only me here at the front. Tonight, everybody in chat. I don't know how many of you are there, but I know you've been waiting already for about 10 minutes now past the start time. So it's Overwatch tonight. We love Overwatch, don't we? It's been quite a while. This is going to be the first Overwatch match that we will stream for this semester. So we're starting it out. We are 1-0 though, and this is for WHAC. We've already won one, so we're 1-0. Undefeated. That's all I gotta say. I have no idea how that match went, so who knows? But tonight's match is lovely St. Xavier. If you know anything about Indiana Tech and St. Xavier, we have a severe rivalry for blood. No, not blood. It was a 3-0 win the other match that we had. 3-0 win. Dude, undefeated games, undefeated rounds. I don't know if that's going to stand today. Last I knew, St. Xavier gave us a large run for our money. So that's where I left off last semester. And then I graduated, and it looks like St. Xavier has gotten a little bit of a new roster. We have some new people that I am unaware of how they play. I've not even met them. Apparently they're upstairs, so I could go say hi to them, but I'm talking to you guys right now. It's going to be Ninja and Krusty. Anyways, I don't make up these names, guys. They're just given to me. They're put in front of me, and I have to read them out to you, okay? So yeah, I'm excited because, the way we left off last semester in WHAC, we fought really hard. I think Overwatch was, I want to say third in WHAC. I could be totally wrong there. I could be totally wrong there. I'm not entirely sure, but what I do remember is St. Xavier was a good matchup for us, absolutely. And I've rambled long enough, my dear friends. I am very excited for tonight. I'm very happy to be here. Bub, he messaged me this morning. He's like, "Hey, you want to cast Overwatch tonight? Our league caster is sick." And I was like, "Oh, I don't know. This is like going to be one of my free nights. I could go home and relax and like play games." And then I was like, you know what? Screw all that. I could stream personally, but I'd get 0 viewers. So I came here to the viewers, and we're gonna be playing some Overwatch. St. Xavier 3-0'd Lawrence Tech. So both teams are 1-0. So it's gonna be a good rivalry match. But anyways, we're gonna be heading straight into the action here. We are selecting our heroes, and we're gonna be getting right into this jiggy action. Am I right? I think our team. Surely we're trolling here. ball comp. Guys, I can't do this. If you remember last semester, I don't like when our team played ball comp. However, I've not seen Ninja play ball comp before. And these new players. It looks like the new hero is on St. Xavier's team. I forget his name. I haven't been up to date on the Overwatch meta recently. And I haven't even honestly played the new character, but it looks like we are going to be having a hog brawl comp versus a dive comp here on the wrecking ball. So yeah, definitely interested to see how both teams do this. We have the new character on both teams actually. Fluffy is the first pick of the night. Unfortunately, the Roadhog takes him out, and it looks like we are going to be getting a boop off of the ledge. Down goes Kreetzun. Or, wait, oh my goodness, I can't read. That's A-okay. We don't know how to read here, but it looks like Indiana Tech is going to be falling this first fight. We're going to have to back out and grab some health packs and heal back up, or just, you know, jump off the map and reset with the team. Part of my voice crack. I'm still going through puberty, guys. You're going to have to cut me some slack on that. St. Xavier starting off really strong, building up some good ult economy here. Indiana Tech just needs to find their footing here. But like I said, this is going to be a great matchup. Both teams won their first match, 3-0. Fluffy, what are we doing? All right, I don't know, chat. I don't know if Indiana Tech really did a 3-0 win because Fluffy just, you know, he just died again to the hog off the rip, being the first pick of the fight. That is not a really good thing in Overwatch, especially after they got rid of one of the players and, you know, made it 5v5. Anyhow, we're still in the heat of the action. Alpha JC goes down. It looks like M2 Sky, though, is not going to go without any answers. Takes out the Roadhog, and down goes Monkey to Ninja. Ninja for 2. Down goes Timbo. Down goes Citron. And down goes Gosh. I do remember Gosh from last semester. That is one name that I absolutely remember. And Timbo, too, I believe. And Monkey. I think those are all still the same players. All 5 are still the same players. I just remember the 3 names. But like I said, I'm a little dyslexic, so... not actually, but, you know, I just don't know how to read. Very well played there by Ninja, swapping over to the Zarya to try and get a little bit more power behind the barrel there. It looks like the dive comp wasn't really working, so we switched to a brawl. Out comes a Kitsune Rush, and unfortunately takes out Indiana Tech, 2 of Indiana Tech's finest. We do have a Graviton Surge, and we're going to use our own Kitsune, and we're going, but Timbo getting 1. The Hog uses his ult as well. He gets Ninja, and they're going to clean up Indiana Tech here, getting the point back, bringing them up about, you know, good 30% here. Lead for St. Xavier. St. Xavier using quite a bit of ult in that fight. We used a couple, so we're going to have a little bit better ult economy. However, St. Xavier does have a major lead right now. Indiana Tech does need to make something happen in this fight. Otherwise, it could be over. And they are taking their sweet time to get the point. They're looking for the opening pick. They're not quite finding it. Out comes the Nano Boost onto the Zarya, and it's going to be working. Fluffy getting a pick on Timbo, and Ninja just absolutely demolishing everybody with that charge. Look at that beam. I mean, you just point and click just like that. And Citron goes down, Monkey goes down, and down goes the Roadhog as well. Indiana Tech capturing the point finally in overtime. St. Xavier bringing it up to a 99%. Indiana Tech has yet to get 50, so we'll see what they're able to do here. But yeah, we got control. So that's a step. That's a step forward and a step up. We do still have both of our DPS ults. Looks like St. Xavier only has a Pulse Bomb. She's probably going to be looking for that, walking around trying to find a solo player. There it is. But the bubble from across the map by Ninja saving his teammate. From what it looked like, at least. And it looks like we're going to get M2 Sky 1v1ing the Tracer, and she fell off of the map. That's what you want to see. And then M2 Sky dies. But we did get one of those reports, and down goes the Roadhog. The ante is fat. If you're not playing Ana against a Roadhog, what are you doing? You know, Gosh just jumping off the map, trying to get regrouped with his team. Although, it looks like St. Xavier's going to be running out of time here, so they need to be able to make it back to point. They did swap over to Monkey here, and they should be able to get a touch, as long as they don't mess it up. And it looks like they are. Winston is on the point, and there's the Graviton Surge. Down goes the Monkey. Krusty does get taken out from Indiana Tech. That's a support traded for a tank, and it looks like St. Xavier did not get the rest of their team to the point, and Indiana Tech is going to be securing round 1 of map 1. Don't get that confused. This is map 1, round 1. We won round 1 on map 1 of game 1. You guys liked that, didn't you? A lot of ones. Indiana Tech number 1. Am I right, chat? Can we get some hashtag TechYaz in the chat? You know, I think you know, we got to get that warrior spirit going. And also, chat, friendly reminder to stay hydrated. If you're talking as much as I am, you should stay hydrated. And if you're not, stay hydrated. Rolling into round 2, we're going to be seeing a sim TP out by both teams, as that is what you do here on Lijiang. I believe this is Lijiang Garden, if I remember correctly here. That was Tower on the last one, and this is Gardens. Played this game for quite a while. Haven't touched. Oh, I touched it a little bit. Oh, what a pick by Timbo! Alpha JC getting taken out on the right side of the map there, or if you're us, you know, the left side. However you want to look at it, it doesn't really matter. But it looks like St. Xavier is going to be taking control first. M2 Sky taking out Citron, and down goes Gosh as well to Alpha JC. Alpha JC came back with a burning fire in his belly, and he is hungry for some kills. Throwing those kunais, and it looks like the Zarya was absolutely the right swap to make, because Ninja is just absolutely putting in the work here on the Zarya. Good bubbles for himself to build up that charge, and then good bubbles on his teammates to save them, as well as build up charge. So a good counter pick there, and great plays here by Indiana Tech. Fluffy has come a long way since map 1, dying first in the first 2 fights of map 1. He's been dying a lot less and getting a lot more picks, which is what you want to see. Alpha JC, unfortunately though, is finding that he is being picked first. However, down but not out here, Indiana Tech. It looks like we almost got the Tracer, and we did in fact get the Tracer. We're going to heal up here. Fluffy getting really low. He does go down to the Roadhog. Ninja going to try and just stall out point here as best as he can. Alpha JC does get a pick here, but will it be enough? I don't think so. M2 Sky does go down, and it looks like St. Xavier is going to be contesting point. They're going to be going for the capture. Ninja still getting one. Alpha JC getting another. Indiana Tech still is holding down this point. Now comes a pulse bomb. And if you ask me, you guys, that fight was already won by St. Xavier, and they used a pulse bomb. So if you're Indiana Tech right now, you are sitting absolutely pretty. Just don't slip up. That was some great value given there by Monkey. We appreciate it. He still got the kill, so it secured them the point a little faster. But I think in the long run, we appreciate that a little bit. Even though Pulse Bomb, you build up really quickly. That's the only thing you got to look out for. And here we are. We're in the fight. We had a Nano Graviton Surge, and we also, yeah. And you just get that high charge and you just mow through them. Look at that Roadhog. He takes so much damage to Zarya. It's absolutely insane. And then she does a ton of damage to the squishies. The healers are down, and then you just go for the Roadhog, and it's over. If I were St. Xavier, I would definitely probably swap off the Roadhog. And they do have some time here, and this fight is a lot of back and forth. Ninja is going to be securing it up though, getting a lot of picks with that high charge. Ninja doing a good job at actually maintaining that high charge as well. Out comes a Pulse Bomb. It is not going to find anybody. M2 Sky just throwing it out there, trying to find an early pick here. St. Xavier did get the lead there on that last push. Out comes a Kitsune Rush from St. Xavier, but Ninja takes out Citron. And here comes our own Kitsune Rush. Down goes Fluffy and M2 Sky. We do not have the DPS anymore, and we're down both supports. It's all down to Ninja. Can he pull it off? He grabs that search. That's 3. Can he pull it off? He cannot. He cannot. I had to get you guys going there. I had to, you know, you thought it was going to happen. I thought it was going to happen. Ninja put up a good fight. He did get 3. Unfortunately, it was not enough. He was too low HP to be able to make it happen here. 10% left here for St. Xavier. They might be taking this round. We're not entirely sure. Both tanks swap over to Wrecking Ball just to get to point a little bit faster. It looked like M2 Sky got a pick, but down goes Alpha JC and Fluffy. And down goes Ninja. It is down to Krusty on the Moira. And he is not going to be able to live on point for very long. Down goes Empty Sky as well. And it looks like Xavier is going to be taking round 2 here on map 1. And there's a little bit of an extra pulse bomb there by Monkey. Wow, guys. And none of the other streams that I've done so far has my voice already started to go out. So maybe I should hydrate more. Apparently Overwatch just, you know, brings the soul right out of my voice. However, that will not stop me. That absolutely will not stop me. And this is about what I expected coming from both of these teams. Well, okay. This is the outcome, I'll say, what I expected from both of these teams. Because quite frankly, I think they were both very well matched up for each other last semester. I think we came out above them, but just barely. So yeah, I was really excited to see what they had in store. And Ninja goes down right off the get-go. Down goes Fluffy as well. We're losing all of our team. M2 Sky does get a pick. But Timbo got a little bit of a Sojourn diff there. Indiana Tech just gonna have to regroup now. Unfortunately, that's just what you have to do after losing the first fight like that. Not much you can do about it. And Timbo is just absolutely going ham on the Sojourn. And there's, see, that's the ante you want to see. Unfortunately, they do have a Kiriko, so they just cleanse that ante right off. Ninja is going to be swapping over to the Orisa. Going to be seeing the horse. I think the Zarya was a just fine pick, but I'm interested to see how the Orisa works out here. Ninja taking a lot of poke damage here. This brawl is hurting him quite a lot. Fluffy getting a little bit of a Tracer diff here. Will it be the pick that they need? Gosh goes down. Timbo goes down. It looks like Indiana Tech is going to be able to secure the point here. The Lucio is going to try and stall out as much as he can, get an extra few bucks in. But St. Xavier, uncontested for 44%. We finally got the point back. So now we're going to be looking for those opening picks into the next fight. Rolling in to this next fight, we also do have a Nana boost, and we're coming up on a lot of their ultimates. This is about to get a Q pressing fest, everybody. So bear with us. Here comes the Nano, and I'm sure we're going to see a Kitsune Rush response here, and we do. Here comes a Pulse Bomb from Fluffy. Does not find anybody, but Ninja taking out Citron. And here's our own Kitsune Rush. Like I said, it's a Q fest. Everyone's going to be using their ultimates this fight. There's the Pulse Bomb from Monkey. Does not find anybody. Ninja gets hooked in. Uses Fortify and all of his util to get out of there. Hog using his ultimate as well. Here's the overclock from Timbo. And the Q. I told you guys, this is Overwatch. We're all going to be pressing Q. Ninja used his ult. Unfortunately, didn't find anything except for his own death. Krusty finding his demise. Indiana Tech just trying to find some exit frags, trying to live here. Alpha TC and M2 Sky do secure some picks, but not before getting taken out. Indiana Tech will be securing the lead here and stalling out for a few more percentage. A pretty good stall there by M2 Sky. 63% to about 50% here. Indiana Tech's going to want to try and get back pretty fast, regroup, and get back into the fights. We will be seeing Timbo swap over to Bastion from Sojourn. So that'll be an interesting pick to see come out here. But yeah, it'll be good at demolishing Orisa, as she's just kind of a bullet-free target. Looks like St. Xavier's going to be backing up a little bit, giving a little bit of space. They might be giving the capture over to Indiana Tech. That's almost what it looked like, at least. Not quite, though. Gosh does go down early in the fight. M2 Sky shortly to follow. And we're going to be seeing some trades going off here. Timbo getting really low on HP, but he has not gone down. Getting healed back up. Indiana Tech has secured the point back. Here comes a Kitsune Rush from St. Xavier. We will be seeing, I'm sure, a Nano Boost here from Krusty very shortly. St. Xavier gets map control back. There's the Nano Boost that I was shortly referring to. Here comes a Terra Surge pretty quickly. Ninja looking for it, but can't quite find it. Here's our own Kitsune Rush. The Hog ult. The Terra Surge, Alpha JC getting a pick on Timbo, the kunai thrower, the pulse bomb from Fluffy does not find anyone yet again. Monkey taking out Alpha JC. Ninja getting 2. M2 Sky for the finishing 2 as well. Indiana Tech gains back map control. St. Xavier at 98%. Indiana Tech coming up on 90. St. Xavier's gonna want to have to go fast here. They are gonna be swapping over to ball for that touch. Surprised to not see a Lucio swap back here, but there's a sleep from Krusty. Krusty goes down. Alpha JC goes down. That's no supports for Indiana Tech, and Ninja did get Gosh, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough. Timbo getting really low on HP. M2 Sky also goes down though after taking out Timbo. Wrecking Ball getting quite low on HP, but he does still have support left alive. Down goes Citron. Ninja putting in the work, but he goes down. Is Indiana Tech going to be able to pull this off? Wrecking Ball's 1 HP. He goes down to Fluffy. Monkey gets taken out. Indiana Tech. It's going to happen. Alpha JC gets 2, or Fluffy gets 3. I'm so sorry. And although the match said defeat, Indiana Tech did win that. Wow. Lots of action. I forgot. I've been casting too much. Valorant, you guys. I'm so used to the slower pace. But that is what I remember from Overwatch, is how fast-paced it was. And I'm glad I still have some good Overwatch knowledge, as you could hear me calling out when people would be using their ultimates. Although I get to see the ult percentage, so it's a little bit easier for me, as opposed to being playing against them and trying to keep track of the ultimates, which isn't usually too hard of a task to do, but here and there it can be a little difficult. Tastes like freedom. I don't know. Freedom to win first map, that is. I don't know if we saw bans in chat or if they were doing that separately, but I'm interested to see what map we go into next. Oh wait, they do it per round, I believe, but they haven't said anything in chat, so I don't know exactly what's gonna happen. I'm gonna sit here and talk to you guys for a little bit and see if this moves along quickly or not. A lot of times, if you guys were here last semester or any time before that, Overwatch is usually pretty slow going in the in-between. It's really fast-paced in-game, and then outside, you're waiting ages for the next map. And if there's, like a halftime or whatever, it usually they take up a good bit of time. So yeah, interested to see how the rest of this matchup goes. That's about what I expected from these teams. Like I said, skill set wise, both teams are really close in skill set. It got up to, it was 98% on the last map, 1-1, and then that last map, St. Xavier got it up to 98%, and then it happened. And it looks like the current map that has been selected is Esperanza, which, if you guys don't know, I am a Doomfist player. If I play Overwatch anymore, it's either for Stadium or for Doomfist or Reinhardt. That's fine. Those are the three things. I will swap the other heroes or whatever. However, Esperanza is such a Doomfist map, and I really hope we see it. However, I don't think we will. And as you see, look at that nice transition, and then we got this little scoreboard thing. I love it. I love it. It's so official. You feel official, guys? I feel official. Yeah, 2-1 on Lijiang Tower. Indiana Tech taking the first map and heading into Esperanza push for the second map. Very excited to see what team comps these teams decide to go with for Esperanza. Like I said, it'd be really cool if we saw a Doomfist. I'm a Doomfist enjoyer myself. However, you don't really see him at high level plays, I feel like, typically that is. Unless you're, of course, like Zebra or Get Quaked On. Those are some more popular Doomfist streamers. He's out there, I enjoy him for his mobility, which is really good on Esperanza because you can literally fly across the map and be back to your team in a matter of seconds. I have a feeling, however, though, we will probably be seeing a Roadhog from St. Xavier. They didn't really swap off of Roadhog They played a little bit of Wrecking Ball. That was usually to get back to point in time. So we might see a Wrecking Ball coming out here from both teams. Might see a Roadhog coming out from St. Xavier. Maybe another Zarya from Indiana Tech. I'm not entirely sure. But either way, I think we're probably going to be seeing about the same DPS coming out from M2 Sky and Alpha JC. They're very known for the heroes that they do play. And they don't usually shy away from that. They're usually pretty stuck on the characters that they play. And we are getting some R's, so my ranting, it made it. It made us through that 5 minute wait or so. That wasn't too bad, if I'm being honest, for Overwatch. But yeah, we are heading into the map. We are getting into the hero selection screen. So we will be bringing you some nice action-packedness. Except for it looks like they didn't. Okay, there. They actually started the game. You can start the game, but then you have to start the game after starting the game. If you know, you know. It's a little confusing here in Overwatch. Their custom game system isn't the most fluid thing, I guess I'll say. It's not bad, but you can see we got a beautiful. You ever just stop and you don't get violent in Overwatch, and you just look at what the developers did to these maps. You got Robot. What's his name? Dude, I forget. They definitely named the push bot, but I forget. I just always call him Jeff in honor of Jeff. If you guys know Jeff, right? If you played Overwatch 1, you know Jeff. R.I.P. Jeff. Gone but never forgotten. He's not actually dead. He just he doesn't do Overwatch stuff anymore. Anyways, he's not the game director. I will stop rambling on about that. Let's talk about some team comps. We're actually going to be seeing a Zarya coming out here from St. Xavier, and the ball coming out here from Ninja. But like I said, Fluffy's going to be kind of sticking on that Tracer. I guess M2 Sky was on the Tracer. They kind of swap between, but M2 Sky plays usually Tracer or Genji. Sometimes we'll play Sojourn as well. But they're not really shying too far away from that. Both teams going for, definitely some brawl. St. Xavier going for a little bit of a more heavy brawl. Indiana Tech's going for a little bit of a hybrid between brawl and dive. So yeah, we'll see what these teams are going to bring here on Esper. And we're in action right now. Not a whole lot is happening. There's a lot of damage being thrown out, but no picks quite yet. Just a lot of poking and trying to take control of the bot here. Yeah, we got some. I like the Bastion pick. I think it switches things up a little bit. Alpha JC getting the first pick of map 2 on Monkey. Down goes the Tracer there. Gosh getting a little low on HP. It does not get taken out. M2 Sky does get taken out though. And Alpha JC is getting low on HP. Will he get brought back up? I'm not too sure. Citron will go down, but also Alpha JC will go down. Picks left and right. Lots of trading to be happening. Krusty goes down as well. And it looks like that will be fight number 1 being handed over to St. Xavier there. It could have been anyone's fight there. A lot of back and forth. But St. Xavier did come out on top. They will be coming up to a Bastion ult here pretty soon to come up on a Pulse Bomb and a Kitsune Rush. Indiana Tech being close to minefields, but that's about it. We'll get a Pulse Bomb pretty quickly here just because it's like a third ability, more or less. We're getting the Zarya pretty low on HP, but she does have many bubbles at her disposal. 2 to be exact, that recharge. Out comes the minefields here from Ninja. Will it find any picks, or will he just use it to zone? It looks like it is just going to be using to zone. Timbo does go down to Ninja, however. And now Ninja's going to be in the back line firing at the supports and trying to find one of those picks. And he gets a Kiri really low. She teleports out. Is able to get healed back up. Ninja getting really low on HP. Out comes Water Guys. Guys, I'll figure out his name, I promise. I forget his name. Fluffy getting a pick here. Krusty getting taken out. Alpha JC getting another pick as well. Indiana Tech is going to be getting control of the bot for the first time here on Esperanza. And St. Xavier didn't get too big of the lead, so Indiana Tech should be able to get some grounds back here. So that'll be good for them. Let me just take a gander here. Here comes a Kitsune Rush coming out from Gosh. And Indiana Tech is just going to kind of be backing out, playing the safe, and they're probably going to do a Katsuna rush of their own. There it is. Absolutely. There's a Graviton Surge coming out here. Gosh taking out M2 Sky and Fluffy and Alpha JC. And Indiana Tech will be getting taken out. Absolutely rolled over. Wu Yang. That is his name. Wu Yang is his name. It's the water support guy's name. That's why I didn't know his name. I haven't really played him much. I haven't played a ton of Overwatch since he was released. But yeah, I kind of watched some of his lore a little bit of his backstory. Seems like a chill guy. Here's a pulse bomb for Fluffy. Does not find anybody. Fluffy has been unfortunately not finding any sticks there with the pulse bomb, or at least any kills with it. Out comes minefields here from Ninja, but Ninja's getting really low on HP, and he will be getting taken out, as well as a beat coming out here from St. Xavier. Just using that to stabilize. Gosh goes down, but so does Krusty. Picks back and forth, left and right. But Indiana Tech is going to be getting the short hand of the stick, and they're going to have to regroup once again. St. Xavier getting a nice lead here. Not nice for us, but nice for them. They are going to be coming back up to another Bastion ult. Served them well last time. I believe they did get an entry pick with that. And soon to have a Graviton Surge, as well as Katsune Rush. Alpha JC getting killed right off the get-go there. That's not what you like to see. You're here getting taken out off the rip. Lucio's getting a little low. He's getting cornered. Is he going to find his way out? He might. M2 Sky does go down as well to Monkey. Monkey getting 2. Will we see a 3rd? He's looking for those frags. He goes for a pulse bomb to get a little silly with it. Unfortunately, does not stick. M2 Sky going for a Reaper swap. Ninja swapping over to the Zarya. The swaps coming a little late. However, down but not out. So here's a Graviton Surge coming out here, and Timbo also using his Bastion ult to go along with it. Fluffy finally hitting a pulse bomb, getting 2 here. Being a little bit of a menace on the flank. M2 Sky helping them clean up those support picks on the opposite end here. Indiana Tech is going to be securing the final picks they need, and they are going to be getting control of the bot. Finally able to get their ground back after St. Xavier pushing a whopping 120 meters, which is practically the whole map. I believe it goes to 140, if I'm not mistaken. Indiana Tech has a lot of ground to make up. We both have Katsune Rushes to use here in this next fight. They might be just kind of ripped at the same time. Not entirely sure. Very possible. Basically, whoever uses the Katsune Rush first loses. That's the typical. And it looks like St. Xavier is going to use it. We are going to be using ours shortly after, as our team is incredibly low HP. And Ninja's going to get taken out, which is very unfortunate to not have a tank left. Krusty Good's taken out as well. St. Xavier is going to be getting control of the bot once again. Fluffy does get a pick as the fight ends. But him and M2 Sky probably will be making it out alive. Fluffy looks to be alive. M2 Sky, however, will be taken out. Out comes a pulse bomb here from Monkey. Does not stick on to Fluffy. Fluffy gets out of there. And Indiana Tech, we have 3 minutes. There's 3 minutes left here on map 2. However, we got a lot of ground to make up. And unfortunately, we are also just not getting a lot of charge here on the Zarya, which significantly reduces her viability. Which is, it's not great. But it also doesn't help when your team gets killed. Fluffy getting taken out, Ninja going down as well. And here comes the Bastion ult here. Alpha JC somehow managing to secure a pick. M2 Sky went for the Reaper ult. Alpha JC went to cleanse him. However, it was a bit too late. M2 Sky had already fallen to critical HP and got taken out by the time the Alpha JC got to him. Very unfortunate here. We have a Pulse Bomb and a not a Terrorist Surge. Graviton Surge. Out comes a
Graviton Surge and a beat here from St. Xavier. Fluffy getting a pick, but getting taken out shortly after. Ninja also getting taken out. Just unable to stay alive, which is very unfortunate. It looks like he's not doing great on the Zarya mirror. And St. Xavier will be taking map 2. And if I'm not mistaken, this is a best of 3. So we will be going to that best of 3. That final third map. It's a best of 5. I just tricked you guys. You fell for that, didn't you? You silly goobers. But, yeah, no short of excellent gameplay there from St. Xavier University. Like I said, both these teams really evenly matched. However, I will say that St. Xavier did really put us in our place there. We got 30 meters, and they made it to the end. So, very well played by St. Xavier. Not a whole lot to say from my end. So we are going to go to a quick break, and we will be right back as we get into map 3. Stay tuned.
To speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it, and I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding. 'Cause you got me holding. A bass guitar, simmer down and mess me up, tripping like I'm Jimmy at Woodstock. And I drumming round in your red Ford, shivers down my spinal cord. Oh, 'cause you got me holding. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey, and I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding.
Don't say we can't, oh, just don't say another word. These thoughts you've imagined aren't real, aren't adding up. You fetched your ideas from nowhere, all from another world. Your logic's impaired, your full picture is cropped. 'Cause we both know one day they're just gonna try again. Without doubt, might say if all's gonna mend. We both know that one day the sun's gonna rise again. So don't pout for our sake, 'cause this ain't the end. We both know that one day the sun's gonna rise again. So don't pout for our sake, 'cause this ain't the end.
Welcome back, chat. Why do I always... is this my bit? I don't like that. No. If you know, you know, this is my bit. Non-sponsored. This isn't even G Fuel. It's just a shaker cup. What's in it is also non-sponsored. Welcome back from that little short break. I just had to give my voice a little bit of a rest. But we're already getting into the map selection and hero selection.
As you can see in front of your eyes, we are going into Watch Point Gibraltar. Escort map. You know, good old Gibraltar. You see lots of dive comms happening here. Because, well, you need to be able to take that high ground. That's typically how that goes. So we'll probably be seeing more Wrecking Ball, if I had to guess. And I don't have to guess, but I am gonna guess. Oh, okay. I'm a liar. I'm a fake. I'm a fraud. I do not have the intuition check. IQ is 1. Ninja pulling out the Diva, which we haven't seen yet, and Saint Xavier. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce his name. I can't, like, how do I? That's just a bunch of letters thrown together. Saint Xavier pulling out the Roadhog once again. Timbo is going to be rolling out on the Bastion as well. So more brawl coming out from both teams actually, rather than dive. But Monkey is going to be on that sim. Oh, swapping off now, but got his team up to the high ground. Alpha GC getting an opening pick on Timbo. Very good to have that, you know, damage sprayer down initially here. Ninja is going to be isolating the Roadhog here, and they don't quite find him. They do take out, Indian Anti takes out Gosh. Down goes M2 Sky though. A little bit of back and forth firing here. Looks like Timbo will be swapping off from Bastion to Widow. Widow is one of the typical picks you will see on Watch Point Gibraltar. However, with Ninja on the Diva, I'm interested to see how this pick works out. And it looks like Saint Xavier is going to be swapping over to the Hazard instead of the Roadhog for a little bit more of a vertical capabilities. Because Roadhog is a little vertically challenged, I will say. Alpha JC getting taken out at the start of this fight. Unfortunately, that will put Indiana Tech at a pretty big deficit here. And Saint Xavier... Oh, and Ninja was just so close to getting that Lucio. Unfortunately, he was not able to secure that pick. But down goes Hazard. Krusty getting taken out as well. Ninja really low on HP. He is going to be using that bomb just to get his mech back. But he does get a pick with it as well. M2 Sky securing a pick on Monkey and Citron there. Indiana Tech is going to be cleaning up that fight. Good ult usage there by Ninja. Securing a pick before having to use his mech and then getting a pick with the bomb as well was very nice. M2 Sky taking out... Okay, Timbo is playing Mystery Heroes, it looks like. He swapped over to his Sombra now. Got taken out. Gosh got taken out as well. And those are the picks we were hoping for. Also, if you... well, you guys didn't know this, but Indiana Tech was having some technical difficulties apparently in our last 2 maps, supposedly, having some audio issues. So hopefully that should be fixed now, and we're up to our peak A game here. And Krusty with 3. He will be finding 2 of them with his ultimate, and then 1 more on top of that. M2 Sky did use Visor there, but unfortunately didn't secure any final blows. I'm sure he did plenty of damage in the meantime. Oh yeah, dude, I forgot that Sombra, they like keep reworking her, and she's not invis like constantly now. Here comes a tear it down. He is going to be taking out Alpha JC here, and Krusty will go down as well. Hazard and Lucio get taken out though, which means that Indiana Tech is going to be on the up here. Will they be able to stop them from pushing point? Absolutely. We do have the tank here. We are going to be very low on HP with no supports, and our Kiri does get back in the nick of time. And that is going to be perfect for us installing this point here. Monkey goes down to M2 Sky. And we will be seeing the Wrecking Ball swap here for Saint Xavier. Timbo goes down. And Wrecking Ball rolling away, just trying to live and be able to live for the touch, but he does not live. Fluffy chases him down and takes him out. Indiana Tech is sitting very pretty here with 30 seconds left for Saint Xavier's push. Indiana Tech having plenty of ults at their disposal. Saint Xavier having the Lucio, the beat. Coming up on a EMP, but I don't know if they'll get it in time unless they win this fight. Alpha JC goes down, but no tank for Saint Xavier. Monkey gets taken out as well. Out comes the beat. They've got the beat. Citron goes down. Fluffy getting Timbo. And M2 Sky with a visor taking out Gosh. Very, very strong defense there by Indiana Tech. Ninja, great on the Diva. Was surprised to see that pick. Just because I hadn't seen him play it yet. Like I said, though, he's a new player to me. So I've yet to learn his entire hero pool. But so far, he's been doing very well. Very strong defense by Indiana Tech. They put themselves in a great spot. Let's hope that they can keep that momentum rolling into their attack as well. Because, well, you know, I've had games like this where you have a really great defense in the first half, and then you get to the second half, and they also hold you. And both of these teams are, like I've said multiple times tonight already, they're very evenly matched. But, you know, anything can happen. You never know. Currently, with what we've seen on this map, Indiana Tech has taken quite a bit of an edge, but not over till it's over. I'm rooting for our team, absolutely, but you never know. We're gonna see M2 Sky rolling out on the Widow here. Let's see if he gets that opening pick that he's looking for. He might be just trying to go for one and then going for the swap, or he might stick with it. Timbo is going to be matching that Widow as well, so we're gonna see a little bit maybe of a Widow 1v1 here.
4, 3, 2, 1.
As we roll into the second half of map 3 here on Gibraltar. M2 Sky is not going to be finding anyone off of his initial jump shot here, but it looks like he will be sticking the Widowmaker for a little bit. And bang! What an opening pick there on Gosh. That's what you want to see from your Widow. The opening pick on the enemy support, and he is just waiting for another one. Fluffy just pushing the point here. Hog misses his hook, which is really unfortunate for him, because now he's going to get exploded upon by Indiana Tech's team, forcing a lot of utility out from the supports. Alpha JC does get taken out by Monkey here. Indiana Tech is going to be able to push it up pretty close to the end, but not quite all the way. And we're going to see Fluffy trying to initiate a fight here with the back line. Monkey is half on HP. He does have that mega right there. Okay, he does get it. I was like, he's taking a fight pretty scarily there. Both Widowmakers just looking for those opening picks on the squishies. M2 Sky, he had the right intuition with that lineup, but unfortunately did not find him. Krusty getting really low, getting taken out. Gosh getting really low, getting taken out. Ninja getting really low. He's alive, but out of mech. And he will be getting taken out here. The sight from Widowmaker. Fluffy did take out Monkey. Unfortunately, M2 Sky, I don't know if he's going to be able to make anything of that. But Fluffy taking out Timbo. M2 Sky taking out Citron. That's going to put Indiana Tech in a great lead here. And Roadhog's going to be coming up on his ultimate. Widowmaker popping her ult from spawn just to get it off. And down goes Roadhog. There's the pulse bomb onto Gosh. A blade trying to come out from Monkey, but it does not work. Indiana Tech just melts him. And that is going to be map 3, bringing Indiana Tech to a 2-1 lead. And that means everybody that this is going to be map point match. Game, set, match. Krusty, yes, Krusty. Great play there by Krusty. Definitely deserved the highlight reel there. But like I said, 2-1 lead there for Indiana Tech. Best of 5. That was a very quick one. Just in and out. But we're gonna go to one more. Oh, well, maybe one more. We don't know. We could be seeing possibly 2 more maps. Guaranteed 1 more map here. We're going to go to a very short intermission, and we'll be right back in a few minutes once we pick the next map. Stay tuned, everybody.
moment, my fate written, I'm chosen. Other spirits fall, but mine has ceased to be broken. You stripping down my pride, but I'm my only opponent. And lately I abide, but limitless I've awoken. So let me show you that everything I sacrificed mattered. All that blood, sweat, tears that I scattered. All that fake talk, fear that you splattered. Push me to right here, a new chapter.
Here now, waiting for the flag to fall. Here now, cutting through the rolling fog. You know you need it. It's so close, I feel it. Here now, this is the moment.
One too many times, the shots that y'all are taking. One too many times that I've been stuck patient on my downfall. Antidote seeking while I was vacant, but the crown falls simply to those who try to take it. One shot to get two paid, and my three wet like lemonade. Cold times and I step back just to reload and I let it spray. This is everything that I need, everything that I wanted, everything that I bleed. This is victory and I got it, cause I'm
Here now, waiting for the flag to fall.
waiting.
Here now, cutting through the rolling fog. You know you need it. It's so close, I feel it. Here now, this is the moment.
Right here, right now, right now.
Now, waiting for the curtain call. Here now, this is the moment.
Hey, they screaming, this is my moment, my fate written, I'm chosen. Other spirits fall, but mine has ceased to be broken. You stripping down my pride, but I'm my only opponent. And lately I abide, but limitless I've awoken. So let me show you that everything I sacrificed mattered. All that blood, sweat, tears that I scattered. All that fake talk, fear that you splattered. Push me to right here, a new chapter.
Here now, waiting for the flag to fall. Here now, cutting through the rolling fog. You know you need it. It's so close, I feel it. Here now, this is the moment.
One too many times, the shots that y'all are taking. One too many times that I've been stuck patient on my downfall. Antidote seeking while I was vacant, but the crown falls simply to those who try to take it. One shot to get two paid, and my three wet like lemonade. Cold times and I step back just to reload and I let it spray. This is everything that I need, everything that I wanted, everything that I bleed. This is victory and I got it, cause I'm
Woo! All right, we're back. We are so back. We're so ready. I'm ready. Are y'all ready? We're gonna hopefully wrap this up. I mean, it's gonna be. It might be a quick one. We might bring it to map 5. We don't really know.
But map 4 is going to be none other than, well, some know it by one name, King's Row. Others know it by its true name, Scrim's Row. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, that's A-okay. You don't have to know. But if you don't know, then it's not my fault, not my problem. However, a great map all around, very well balanced, very fun map, and it gets you some nice picks. And I hope we're not gonna see it. I was hoping for a Reinhardt here, guys. Nobody picks the heroes that I want them to pick. There's no way Fluffy's playing Hanzo on this map. All right, chat. Let's wrap it up. Indiana Tech's gonna lose. We're going home. I'm kidding. Fluffy's probably a great Hanzo. I don't really remember. No. We've got an incredibly spammy poke comp here. I'm terrified of it, actually. Quite honestly. Hanzo just able to shoot out a bunch of arrows. Bastion with a million bullets coming at your face. And then Baptiste is just a DPS in disguise. A DPS that can heal. As I like to refer to him, as a better soldier. Because he can heal. But it does the same amount, if not more damage than Soldier 76. All right, we're into the action, everybody. It's getting heated here. This is match point for Indiana Tech. However, very evenly matched teams, so it could be either way. The M2 Sky with the opening pick on Timbo. And it looks like they're already wrapping up. Fight 1. Krusty and M2 Sky getting 2 picks apiece. Citron is going to live here and get back into spawn. And great opening fight there for Indiana Tech. Wow. Incredible first fight there. Like I said, we have an insane amount of burst potential on this comp. And with the immortalities both being thrown out and both bastions going down, Fluffy is going to be taking out the Zarya. Citron goes down as well. Monkey goes down. Indiana Tech putting up a heck of a defense here. You don't see anything quite like it. It's spectacular. It's all right. I haven't done that in a while. It's been a little bit. Chat, you probably haven't heard me done that impression in a while, have you? You want to hear more, but I won't. I'm going to hold out on you. Krusty getting taken out as the first pick in this fight here, which is really unfortunate. We're down, but we take out the Zarya and we are up a tank. Down to support, up a tank. But honestly, kind of what you want to see. Hazard going for his ult. Somehow pulling the Genji there. I don't think that should have hit the Genji, if I'm being quite honest. I think the Genji made it out of that ultimate by a long shot. That was kind of insane that it pulled him down. But, I mean, for it being beneficial to us, we'll take it. Absolutely, 100%. We'll take that. Indiana Tech putting up one diabolical defense comp here. This is absolutely incredible. Here comes the Hanzo ult from Fluffy. It's going to be used more for zoning. Out comes the window here from St. Xavier, but it's not going to get them anything. Indiana Tech is just outperforming by a long shot here. You know, I would say skill diff, but most of the heroes that the characters we are playing, you just hold down left click or right click. I'm mostly referring to Hanzo and Bastion, maybe a little bit of Baptiste, but like, give or take. But it's working for us, and what more can you ask for? If the comp's working, it's working. We will be seeing a blade here from Monkey, I'm sure, here pretty soon. Gosh does go down early in the fight to M2 Sky, and the Bastion just keeps going. Here comes a beat blade, taking out Alpha JC. Down goes Krusty as well. That's no more support for Indiana Tech. Monkey putting in the work here. Timbo getting taken out by M2 Sky. Here comes the Bastion ult from M2 Sky as well. Ninja taking out Citron. M2 Sky does go down. This fight is going to be back and forth here. Indiana Tech is going to be at a deficit just because they are on defense and they have to walk back from the spawn room. Ninja goes down, and they are Timbo's going to be using his wall hacks here. But Indiana Tech, we're going to have to. We should have a recontest here, and we're going to be doing a lot of damage. Down goes Hazard. Down goes Monkey there on the Genji, and
we are going to be able to contest this. Gosh goes down. Krusty does get taken out. However, down goes the Lucio as well. Timbo's really low on HP. He's going to get taken out. Indiana Tech holding it down. And a swap over to Wrecking Ball will get St. Xavier the touch. Monkey goes down to Fluffy, however. Out comes the Dragons. Down goes the Wrecking Ball.
And that's defense. Absolutely flawless defense by Indiana Tech. Well, I guess they gave him a couple ticks, but sometimes you have to give them a couple ticks just to be able to get back and to recover yourselves. We're going to see a little bit of an instant replay here.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, you just turn into that turret form and start mowing them down.
It's getting heated here. This is match
You ready for
point.
this, chat? Are you ready for this? Watch this. Shift button.
And then you just, you don't, when you're on Bastion, you don't care about Zarya balls. All right, you just, you say, team, we're gonna burn this Zarya, and everyone with her. She's gonna be high charge, but we're gonna do so much damage that it won't matter, and we're gonna take her out in a matter of seconds. And that's exactly what they did. So, Indiana Tech once again putting themselves at an incredible advantage here by completely holding that first point here on the hybrid Kings Row. Let's see if St. Xavier is going to be able to hold such a defense as well. Monkey's going to be going over to the May. Timbo over to the Cassidy, aka I still call him McCree. Forgive me if if you got a problem with that. That's just what I always called him Cree from Overwatch 1 into Overwatch 2, and then they swapped his name, and I was like, what's happening? However, it doesn't matter what the names are, it matters who the players are. Fluffy does not find an opening pick there on the Widowmaker. We were actually just talking about the French people, guys. And baguettes. I believe Widowmaker is France. Anyways, I'm gonna stop embarrassing myself. However, that's just what I do on stream. My producer's looking for, I think, who asked. And nobody asked, quite frankly. Oh, he's looking for the ball to throw at me. That's what he's doing. Yeah, he was pointing at me because I got it right. Do I win a prize for getting the question right? He shook his head no. Well, you know what else got taken wrong? English is good. You know, Fluffy got taken out. That's what I was trying to say. That was a series of unfortunate events here. However, Krusty with a nasty anti-nade there on the enemy Hazard. He did get healed up though, which is a little unfortunate for us. However, looks like Indiana Tech, it does get the tick. We got the first tick, and Night Hazard, you're dead. He's gonna get taken out. Indiana Tech is gonna be getting there. Oh, not quite second tick. There's the second tick in about 2 seconds. And I think chat, I think it's happening. What's that? What's that? This just in. Indiana Tech just won the series. Was that cringe? Absolutely. However, very well fought by St. Xavier University. I will say this was less close than I expected it to be. But I will still stand my ground and say that these two teams are still relatively evenly matched. Indiana Tech just kind of held an edge there and played some interesting picks, to say the least. So that's going to be a series win, and luckily it's Overwatch, you know, in and out. That's what we like. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to hear. Big series win here by Indiana Tech. I have no words other than I'm so proud of us. I'm so proud. Anyhow, but we're not done. We're not quite done yet. We don't have another series for you tonight, but what we do have is post-match interview with one of the players. We're gonna find out who it's gonna be, and we'll be right back here in just a few minutes. Stay tuned. We're gonna do that post-match interview, and then we'll wrap it up here, folks. Stay tuned for that interview. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I'm here with Kiro, aka Krusty, well, to start us off, just a reminder that was a 3-1 victory. So now we're 2-0 here for our Overwatch team, well, I'll get to the announcement for tomorrow later after we're done with the interview. All right, so you're newer to the team,
Yeah.
and so coming into it, what's the team environment like here?
Team environment's awesome. Everyone's such a nice guy. Yeah, no, they've made me and Ninja feel so welcomed. It's awesome.
Yeah, awesome.
Indiana Tech, yeah.
Heck yeah, baby. Love it. All right, so incredibly strong performance by the entire team. Guns a-blazing. Like I said, you're new. Ninjas is also new. But yeah, guns a-blazing. Really strong synergy between the team, I can tell. So can you tell me a little bit about like what practices are like, what comps you've been running? You don't have to say too much because, you know, other schools might be watching and you don't want to tell them.
That's fair.
But like,
to be completely honest, we practice like once a week.
Okay.
Not trying to brag, but yeah, we do like practice like once a week. Yeah, no, we just have a great, incredibly strong synergy. We hang out outside of scrims. We hang out outside of like team play. Like the reason why we're so good is I think we all just mesh well personality-wise, and we're all just friends outside of the game. And that's important.
yeah, absolutely. I do think that sets up for a good team environment. All right, let's talk about maps. So Lijiang, I mean, it was pretty back and forth. It got down to the wire, 1-1. They were at 98%. So starting out, like, what were comms like? Like, what do you think the issues were? Maybe, I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe Fluffy dying first.
That may have been a factor.
That hurt.
But the primary issue was also trying to figure out my mics on the computer. I was not able to be in Discord at all during that game.
Okay.
Because of the computer, and so I had to be in team chat, and we were still trying to figure out how to do comms with that.
Gotcha.
So that was probably why that was such a close game.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, definitely played a factor. And then Esper. Wasn't great. You guys did unfortunately lose that one by a pretty big margin. So where do you think kind of the outliers in that were? Like what was a little
Yeah,
rough
no,
there?
that's a fair assessment. I think the primary reason is we're still new to the ball comps. We're trying to make it work. We haven't practiced it as much, and yeah, no, they just played really well that map. And I give credit to SXU. They played well. We kind of fumbled, but in the end, it all worked out.
Yeah, it definitely all worked out. I mean, Gibraltar was. I don't want to be like rude, but it was like you guys had an incredibly strong defense and set yourself up for an incredibly strong offense just by that. And the diva, dude.
Ooh, my defense was nasty. I'm not gonna lie.
I was like, oh, we're probably gonna see like ball comps on both sides, something like that, whatever. And then he was on diva, and I was like, wait, what? And it worked out really well for you guys. And then Kings Row, I mean, probably not much to say there.
No.
You guys full held on the defense. You gave up like 2 ticks, but you know,
we full held in Gibraltar too, but yeah.
Yeah, right, yeah. So, incredible gameplay by everyone on the team. So congratulations to you guys.
Yep.
Any other closing thoughts or remarks?
The only thing I gotta say is SXU played really well, and yeah, we are happy to be with them. Thank you guys for playing. Peace.
Yeah, GG's you guys. That'll do it for the post-match interview. Be back here tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. for another Overwatch stream. I'll be back here. I will see you all back here, and we are going to have another great series. So I will see you all back here tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a great night.
Have a good night, guys.